CinePals. There is so much Deadpool Wolverine celebration going on right now, so I thought we could continue that together for the First We Feast video. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman go claws out while eating spicy wings, hot ones. You guys, thanks so much for joining us. Make sure to subscribe to First We Feast if you haven't done so already. I'm sure everyone who's watching this video is. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. Here we go.
After the first 999,000, weren't you like, oh, the just gets it right?
Come on, Hugh.
Hey, that shit sucks.
Hey, what's going
Suck it
on,
up.
everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. They're the stars of Deadpool and Wolverine, perhaps 2024's most anticipated film.
What was that look?
Hugh Jackman is already... I don't think he does
No, I don't think he does.
On July 26th. Ryan, Hugh, welcome
He looks
to the
scared. Ryan looks a little scared too.
Happy to be here.
Very. Yeah.
What's sad is the film's so locked that it's too late to have it start with for Hugh.
Right.
No, I
We
make
expired
it.
on it.
I make it.
Very popular TV show.
Yes. I know that junkets, they can be a little bit of a grind. It must be surreal to be in front of this gauntlet of scorching hot wings. What's your mindset like going into this interview?
Thanks for using the word scorching.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
That was good because I was
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
nervous and now I feel totally
Yeah.
relaxed.
Do they not have
Always
spicy
wanted
food in
to
Australia?
Mouth sex a volcano.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
It's
do
a
that
personal
today.
choice, okay? Not
That's
all
right
of us
around
grew
it.
up eating spicy
Let
food.
St. Helens release her hot.
Okay,
Lava
let's go.
flow.
Let's move it on. I see where this is going.
This is very exciting. That looks questionable.
They look like they ate a lot of spice.
Oh, no, you just come right in there, Sean.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
I was warned not to let it touch my lips. It's all over my lips.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
like lip balm. That was not a good idea.
He's
Off to a great start.
he's off to a terrible start.
So Wolverine as a character has so much gravitas. I'm curious, at what point did you realize his potential to be like the perfect straight man in a double act comedy?
The moment I saw, it's okay. I'm doing all right.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
I think you're on level
Literally
one.
the moment I saw Deadpool 1. That's where everything came
Wow.
flashing to me. That's where I saw 48 Hours, Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy. I
Oh.
saw Midnight Run. I saw The Odd Couple. I saw
Oh.
Planes, Trains, Automobiles. I was like, these two characters have to be together. And I had literally announced my retirement 3 days before.
Oh no!
I was like, curses, curses. And anyway, it took us 6 years to get there, but we got there.
We got there.
6 years. Oh,
This
that's
cannot
not
be
too
the only
long.
one. It cannot be the only one. I haven't even seen the movie yet, but
Well,
it cannot be the only
too.
one.
My kids thought I would literally be crying
And
after one.
nice little protein hit, you know, for the guns.
I can't see anything. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, got a lot there.
You're going for the lips. It's fine.
Generous bite.
So
Is it
on
delicious?
a foundational level, what's it like for an actor to get fitted for a superhero costume? Like, how similar or dissimilar is it to going to a tailor and getting fitted for a custom suit?
It's a great question. Always the best questions. That's why how you get them, right? Yeah. Those are good questions.
I'm starting to feel cocky,
It is
by the way.
Yeah, don't go there.
Don't
no,
go.
No, it's not.
I'm just jumping to 10.
Stay
I'm just
Australian.
going off script.
Yeah, stay.
Starting to feel what? What did he say?
Cocky.
Oh,
The
cocky.
Australia charade. Yeah, right. The superhero suits are your biggest calling card of the character, of the movie, of everything.
The first time I put on the suit, I don't know if I've told you this one, because I did the fitting in New York, 7.5, 8 out of 10. It looked incredible. It was like great.
First time. Yeah, I know. I
It
remember.
was, it had a little bit of, it still needed to be snugged up. Make me look okay. The second one, fitting I did, it was like, bang, there's Wolverine. And I haven't taken it off for 2 years.
What's on his pinky?
Yeah,
He's just
under this.
sleeping in it. Yeah, it's just an absolute cesspool.
But the
It's-
moment we, that
It's
moment
3
we
days
walked
after
on set,
Coachella down there.
Ew.
I do think that I think that the Deadpool suit and this Wolverine suit are the two best comic book movie suits ever made. The Deadpool suit is made by a guy named Russ Schenkel, who's just I think a genius and knows how to kind of frame fuck a suit forever until it's just perfect. And he really did. Yeah, it's and this one was just
it was awesome.
yeah.
Aw, so cute. Ooh, that sounds
like-
good. I want to try
Out of
that.
Montreal.
For now, you like kimchi. Okay.
I like kimchi.
Nailed the lips there. Got it all the lips.
Oh man. How do you not get it on your lips? That seems impossible.
Do it like this.
So far, we're okay.
Don't touch the eyes. Do not touch my eyes.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm gonna be watching you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let you do it, Hugh.
Yeah.
I'll dive from across the table.
I'm gonna do this.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. Okay.
Kimchi.
You didn't need to do that. I'm just gonna
No
say.
Korea. No, that's true.
Yep.
Ryan,
안녕하세요.
Ryan, what was the worst accident or hairiest situation you found yourself in as a forklift driver at the Safeway on 25th and Oak in Vancouver?
What?
You get that kick at the back.
I'm
You
getting
get
a
that
kick.
little-
Also, the specificity there was a little alarming.
You used to work at a Safeway in Vancouver?
In bed for a year. Can you tell me a little
How did he know
about the
that?
sounds you make when you're... But yeah, I crushed my ankle a couple of times on those forklifts. Because they're the ones that you
Goodness.
drive, and then you also have the ones that you walk with, but they're motorized.
Oh.
Walking ones are the scary ones. These things those
When it
will
gets away
fuck
from
you
you
up.
and you're
forever.
running.
Oh, yeah. And you back it up, and you realize you're standing like right next to an industrial refrigerator, and you just jams you right into it, and you're like, oh, this is how they find me.
Hugh, which pre-fame job do you remember more fondly and why? Working as a ranger for the National Parks and Wildlife Foundation of Australia, or your time as a birthday clown for hire? Which do you remember more fondly?
I
Who's your
remember
source?
more fondly the.
I go with
birthday
nature.
party.
Oh, but wow.
Coco. I literally rented a clown outfit, and me and this guy Stan, we went to birthday parties, and we had no skills, literally no skills.
So they robbed people. And that's how they did it. They robbed everyone.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I remember I broke my rule, and I did an 8-year-old party. I always knew they're gonna find me out, and he found me out, and this kid yelled to his mom, "Mom, this clown is crap." I was like, shut up, kid. And one of my things was juggling. I could juggle. So I had eggs. And I was like, I just reached in, I grabbed eggs. I'm like, yeah, well, what are that? And I just cracked it on my head. And he's like, oh, that's funny. So I just kept cracking. And then they just jumped on top of me. And that's it. That was the last time
Sounds
I was
like an
ever
awesome
Coco the
birthday
Clown.
party.
Goodness.
Wow.
50 bucks, not
not
worth
the
it.
last time you would humiliate yourself for an 8-year-old.
That's true.
Wow.
This is some in-house product placement
Good eye for that.
called Hot Ones. And may I say that this, out of all of the, really is one of the best hot sauces that I think I've ever seen before. You can order yours, of course, online or at your local retailer.
He knows.
But, I feel more virile. I feel like I can make love like Thor.
Oh my gosh.
I could really. This is the one.
Sean, I don't feel safe.
No, I get it, but I'm here for you. Hugh. I'm
Thank
here
you.
for you.
Thanks.
From a movie perspective, I am curious, like, when is a leak a good thing, and then when is it bad
Oh
for
my
the
goodness,
project?
what a
Wow,
great
that's a
question.
great question.
Great question.
Yeah.
Really hard to kind of. I'm shocked that we've managed to get through this without some of our biggest surprises ending up even being hypothesized online.
Wow. Oh my
It's
God.
hard to keep a secret. You know, I'll say I've never talked about this before, but do you know that? And maybe you know this. The original idea with this movie was to shoot a fake movie called Alpha Cop that was intentionally bad. Like the poster, I even had one of the posters made. It was about two guys who are sharing one brain. And together they make the ultimate cop. And the poster says, you know, Alpha Cop. Two cops, one brain, all balls. And, it was meant to be kind of like horrible. And, you know, so you would go, like 10 people in America would go to see this movie on opening weekend. And 5 minutes into the movie, the Marvel logo would flip up. and it would
Whoa,
actually
that would have been a
be-
cool
That would be
idea.
crazy.
There's
Wow.
a problem with if you manage to get right down to the last minute and it gets blown, you know, it would be heartbreaking. So I don't know, but we've been lucky on this one. Some
And it would
stuff
be
has gotten out.
unfortunate
That would have
for
been
people that really wanted to see Alpha
amazing.
Cop too. You know, you got to think about that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Which may or may
True.
not be rolling 5 minutes into
Yes.
our movie
Did
on July
not
26th.
see that coming. Yeah.
I can give you an example of bad leak. X-Men Origins Wolverine, when I think a week before the whole movie was somehow leaked online. In fact, I think it's the only case where someone's been prosecuted and gone to jail for the leak.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember it was
And
the rough. It was like
It was rough, and it was leaked maybe a week before we came out. And I just remember someone saying, I think it's up to 10 million people have seen it already before they come out.
yeah, no, that's
Oh my
completely crazy.
gosh.
Yeah, that leak had a higher Rotten Tomato score, which was shocking, given that it was, blue screens and ropes, and that was the hardest part. Shouldn't have reviewed
What a
that.
dig.
Dang,
fair.
that was a roast. That is cute.
Yeah, Fat Cat.
Chairman
which isn't nearly
Meow's
as good as
ribbon.
Hot Ones. Hot sauce, available at any of your local retailers.
Oh, I took too big a bite.
Oh,
That was a rookie error.
I think it was Rudd that said, Paul Rudd.
That's right.
Just dropping that name there. Watch out for 5.
Yep. That's a step up. I'm going
is
for
a
the
step
milk
up.
already. I'm in.
Oh no!
starting.
Come on.
What happened to his
Must
hand?
have broken his
You
finger.
estimate to be the most takes ever requested by a director for a single scene of a movie you're in?
I remember on X-Men 1, it wasn't, I was in the scene, but it was Patrick Stewart having to give a long bit of mutation. It was
Oh, that one. Yeah. I remember
exposition
that.
dialogue. I remember there was 30. It was in the 30s.
Oh,
and
no.
it was a long bit of
Whoa.
thing. Yeah.
Dang.
I fell from there. It's the hot sauce. I'm not laughing till I cry because of that. Okay.
Don't touch your eyes.
Oh,
Careful.
that hot sauce
That was
on the
bad. I
napkin.
wiped.
Yeah.
No, Hugh,
Stop.
I'm not kidding. Why did you do that?
I don't know why I did
Yeah.
that.
He's okay. He's
Rookie
okay.
error. If you've been wiping your hands on that, you wipe it.
Onima.
There needs to be
Mom.
2 napkins provided.
See what you...
A white one for your eyes and a red one for your mouth.
Don't know why I double
Taste-
dipped there.
Tastes angry.
Tastes angry. Like Wolverine.
Fun.
I'm gonna eat a bag of rusty razors. That's what I'm gonna eat.
Wall's starting to close in.
The walls are the walls. Yeah. Really, Onima, very intense. Again, nowhere near hot
Oh, no,
ones.
that was a significant jump up.
That was very much a
Not playing around anymore. We're in the back
No
half.
gradient, huh?
So when you hear
There's a
about
steep
movies
gradient.
taking an inordinate
Oh,
amount of
goodness.
time to make, like Deadpool taking a decade to get off the ground, or Kevin Costner's Horizons taking 30 years, what is actually happening behind the
He's
scenes?
dying.
And then what are the sorts of things that can get these projects over the hump?
What are some of the things? Cheating. If you have test footage, some asshole just leaks it onto the internet.
that was smart.
Turns it into a big old fucking glory hole in a piranha tank. Everybody just taking a whack. I'm just saying words now. That fucked me up.
Yeah, tears are coming. Tears are good.
I mean,
real men cry.
Real men cry.
Please tell me.
Exactly right.
cry a
this
lot.
will all be lost like tears in the rain. Rutger Hauer, Blade Runner.
That's it.
There you
Why
go.
are you zooming in? Stop zooming in.
How do you know it's zooming in?
I just saw this.
Freaky. Yeah. Oh.
He knew. He doesn't have a monitor. He just
I
knew.
love this.
Wait, there's 4 more.
Yeah, guys.
Look at that. Shake. The shake's happening.
Small. Oh wow, you're brave.
Too big.
Yeah. Silly boy.
It's just an instinct.
mouthful.
As a man, you just take big bites. That's your instinct.
I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry.
There's milk though. I'm gonna go with milk.
You gotta have that.
So, as the host of a chicken wing talk show that consists of, just tablecloths, hot sauces, and this black curtain, Ryan, I really love your quote where you say, "The great enemy of creativity is too much time and money." Can you unpackage that?
Yeah.
He's
I
lost
can
it.
safely unbox that for you, Sean. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, there you go.
It started.
Hello, the gun show.
No, he was showing the wetness.
I know.
Hugh has never felt physical pain, so for him as a pampered starlet, this is important. Important rite of passage. Your next role is going to be amazing. I think that the enemy of quality can very much be too much time and too much money. And some big movies. Fucking right. This is fucking wild. Some films that I've been on they have a lot of money, and you kind of keep throwing more money at a problem when your real problem is that you are focused on spectacle over character. I'm trying to speak really quickly because,
Yes.
God damn it.
No, I get it. I get it.
And when you focus on spectacle as opposed to character, audiences, I think, are a little inured to spectacle. I feel like the CGI effects and those kinds of things aren't what actually sustain an audience after a movie comes out.
Yes.
That they, in fact, relate to and remember character moments. They'll remember a line or a moment more so than they will the Earth being in peril or something like that. So, yeah,
That's accurate.
No, it's true.
the first time in my life, I don't know if I'm peeing.
You'll edit that out.
I've never.
That was his burp.
Yeah. I've never heard someone say that before.
Go.
Too much.
Too much. Yeah. It's okay. Commit.
There we go.
Commit.
There we go. I know, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I know immediately. Probably the spiciest thing you've ever eaten, I'd imagine.
100%. Number 6 was the spice at 5.
But what I want to do here is I want to play a little game. Dom, can we bring out the paddles?
Don't you hit like
So over here
a
we have some paddles. You can see that there's a Canadian flag on
diminishing
one side,
returns at a certain
and there's
point
an
where it's like you've gotten so
Australian flag on
hot,
the other. And what
the next
I'll
level
do
you
is
don't
I'll
feel
hit
as
you
much.
With a superlative, you know, like which country has better food, and then you'll vote with the paddle. And if there's a disagreement, it maybe would be nice to debate it in real time, but I understand that's a lot to throw at you, especially given the circumstances. And then we're gonna bring in some ice cream for you guys too.
Oh, that's nice.
Here comes some ice cream. Oh, thank you, Victoria.
I may have reached my limit. I really may have reached my limit.
And that's
Devon.
okay.
It's caught up. Still again.
Is ice cream hell?
Which is available at many respected online retailers.
Which country has produced better films?
How can you still be? Oh, that's a really tough question.
I hate to say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just the 70s, 80s,
Queen
we
of the Desert.
really did really well.
Muriel's Wedding. Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mad
Gallipoli.
Max, 10 Canoes,
Oh yeah, Rabbit Prince.
Adventures of Priscilla. How about this?
The castle.
Best seafood. Oh.
What?
shush your mouth.
With 98%. 98%.
Shut your filthy mouth. You can't, no.
I'm gonna shoot every scene where I have to cry.
Right, are you thinking about maybe the salmon out of British Columbia or something?
I am.
Oh yeah,
You are.
that salmon is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
How about the best scenery? Better scenery.
Ooh. Oh, that's hard. That's
gonna
really
say-
hard.
Coast to coast to coast. Oh.
Canada's
very close
amazing.
Because I've been to
Yeah, both are good.
paradise,
been to-
but I've never been to me.
Been to only the Gold Coast.
Where do you find the better
Canada
slang?
has amazing nature and views.
There we go.
There's definitely more memorable scenic views in Canada for me.
A little bit stronger than
Wrap
all
your
fuck
laughing
buddy.
gear around. Wrap your laughing gear around that one.
Yep.
I was really gonna quit, and now really this must. Oh, thank
Can I
you.
have the
Sean.
ice cream?
Thank you.
Yeah, just dive into it. You don't have to wait for me.
Thank you, God. Can I put my mouth with this whole bowl in my mouth?
What's better, ice cream or rice?
Careful, Ryan.
I know.
Just keep- No.
The milk.
This ice cream has got fucking chili in it.
That's the gag, right?
That's
It's
like the
a-
kick.
No,
The
no,
ice
no.
cream's a kicker.
I promise you, there is no spice in the ice cream. I promise you that.
Can I say apologies to both Australia and Canada? I have no recollection of any question.
I know.
or-
Everyone's
just
just, it's
happened.
like, I just want a white flag.
Yeah.
And I want to wave it.
I feel like if you do, it's gonna burn more too.
How do you avoid taking a ridiculously big bite?
Yeah, just don't do what you did last
Just a
time. for
nibble.
sure.
There you go. Nibble.
Right? I think you're incapable.
I am. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's great. That's great. No, not fun. Not
I'm
fun.
looking down the barrel like there's a
But
god in there.
I see that.
Is there a god in there?
Oh my God, I cheat at Wordle. I don't know why I just said that.
That's terrible if it's up the back of my nose.
I know. Hugh, how does the pressure of singing the national anthem at a rugby match between Australia and New Zealand, how does that compare to, say,
Ooh.
like
There's blood
hosting
coming
the
out of my nose.
Tonys or waiting for the opening weekend box office numbers to roll in? Like, does one induce more panic than the others?
Yeah, singing the national anthem
Yeah.
for the first time when you don't identify as a singer at the time and realizing you're in front of 90,000 people in a stadium that will boo you, your own country people will boo you. I was so scared. And I
You were
was
so scared that you said, sure, why not?
totally. I said, sure, I'll do it. And I remember being in the dressing room, which is where the players like smells of like, and I just was singing the national anthem over and over again. Oh, Australians just like to get through the nerves, and there was an old guy sitting in the corner whose job is to clean it up, and he goes, you're a bit toey over there, are you, mate? Which means nervous. You're a bit nervous. I said, well, yeah, you know, there's only 90,000 people out there. He goes, oh, forget that. There's like a billion people watching on TV.
Oh, my goodness.
That, I have never been more scared in my life. That was the most, actually, it helped me because everything, hosting the Oscars, opening weekend, nothing has been as scary as that.
Eating the world's spiciest chicken wings.
I have not been this nervous in a while, and that's why I'm just talking. I'm just talking
Yep.
to distract myself.
Can I have a tissue?
Why are you
please?
shaking it up? What are you doing?
Don't worry, I'll get it. Sorry.
This is a real friendship. Except till now.
They're so cute together.
Yeah, it works.
I might put
Whoa.
the bomb down just to like finish inside an ambulance.
Oh, don't get back there. We've got through that. We've climbed Mount
I want to put down the delicious hot ones. Of course, available at any of your national online retailers or stores. I may go with this one.
This is-
And at the end, I might even know the lyrics to the Australian national anthem.
This is
I'm gonna
dangerous.
throw a little dab here.
Oh, my goodness, dude.
I hate being competitive.
Dab will do you.
Hey, give me a little dab will do.
You ready?
Okay. Just give it to me.
So here we go. Whoa. And then just a little tap.
You can hear them laughing off
A little
camera.
tap on the last tab with the bomb crossover.
The skin's a problem.
What
I
a
want
way
to make evidence of
Skin's the problem.
bomb there.
Okay.
You gotta do the
What a way to
proper
go.
last
And
stab.
then you got some
Sean.
questions for us, Sean, right?
Yeah, I got one last question. Cheers.
Okay. There it is. Remember how it grows?
It's
Right now.
always
It sort of flowers into.
the panic. The panic. It's all over his face.
It's like a.
There we go. It turned into, the shake has turned into a little bit of a celebratory dance.
Oh,
We're through.
No. Remember, it's like a good hour before
This
that
looks
turns
downright
into
joyful.
a fucking.
I can take
That's an
anything from here.
optimistic man right
It's a
That's
war
it.
crime in a bottle, and it becomes worse and worse. Right?
So on the screen, you guys have fostered this rivalry, this antipathy towards one another. But as we've seen today, we know that the real relationship, it's rooted in love. It's rooted in respect. So to close things out, I'm curious, after doing this film together, what's one thing
looks
that
like
you
it has nothing but
appreciate
regret
about
in his
the other
eyes.
more than ever? What's one thing that annoys you about the other
Can I
more
say
than
it's
ever?
the most unromantic thing, but for somebody who I tend to overfunction a bit, right? Like I tend to, I think anxiety takes me to a place where I sort of over-prepare, overfunction, overbook myself, all of those things. Working with anyone who is as conscientious, when we are together outside of our public persona, taking the piss out of each other, most of our conversations are very vulnerable and kind of, I will reenact this whole thing with crude sock puppets to my therapist. This whole, Hugh, why don't you talk about me?
Thank you.
I can see my breath and it's warm in here.
Stop it. Brian is 47. Sorry, internet. Sorry.
Hugh,
I know, internet, you say you've got it
stretching
right,
this
but he is not
boyish
43.
charm a little farther than
In love, great father, great family, great friend, loves his job, loves his work, and I don't have anything apart from making me do this. And he said, if you don't, I'm going to just disparage you and make fun of you and tell all of Australia that you just didn't have the guts and Canada is better. But apart from that,
And he said that Australia's gonna make a nice little state someday.
I have nothing. There's nothing I did.
You two climbing the hot sauce mountain
Come on.
together, living to tell the tale, and
Come
now
on.
there is nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you two. This camera, this camera, this camera, this camera, let the people know what you have going on in your life.
Oh yeah, we have a little film coming out.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
It's coming out. And
It is a movie that is built on the foundation of friendship. It's a story about friendship, but it's also built for audience joy and delight. That is the only North Star that we made this thing for.
to all the fans out there, We gave this everything. We even fucking rode the Hot Ones mountain for you guys. We love you. Enjoy.
He still has like sauce on his
I know,
mouth.
bless him. He's so cute.
That's no joke. That is no joke.
Could not be happier to have done it. I couldn't be happier to be having a
I'm so thrilled I did it.
To be having a
Really
physical nervous breakdown on camera is also fun.
If my leg was doing that too, because I was shaking the whole time.
Your son's gonna be proud.
He is going to be proud.
Aww. It kind of, the way that Hugh Jackman was burping really reminds me of you because,
As I get older, I
you're
think
so burpy.
Yeah.
Like you eat something.
John Mulaney talked about that.
And then you're just like, bruh. And I'm like, oh my God. But somehow when Hugh Jackman does it, it's cute.
John Mulaney talks about how as he gets older, he's just burping for no reason and it just comes out. And I've been finding the same thing. I'm like, oh, that's new. I'm just burp. I'm like, great. 10 times a day. I'm like, why? And so I just was telling my sister about this the other day. So Achara and I were in Thailand, and there was this cool restaurant at a mall, and there was like a window seat that I insisted on, not realizing that it's really hot outside. And so
Not realizing we'd been standing in the heat all day.
So I wanted the view, so it's there. It was a free seat, so we sat down. And Achara orders the things because I can't read the menu. And she's like, you're going to like this. Don't worry. It's famous last words. And so I start eating, and I'm taking some generous bites. And there's like this crunch. And when I heard that crunch, I'm like, oh, God, I know what that is. That's a spicy meatball. It was a spice that I bit into.
I'll tell you what it was.
What?
It was a green bird's eye chili.
Okay.
Which was just disguised among the rest of the garnish because it was green. The red ones, you're like, oh, I can pick those out. The green ones, though.
I had two in my mouth at the same time. And so I felt that like initial grenade, that smoke, that burst that it's like in your mind, it's like smoke in your mouth. And I'm like, okay. It was the way that someone described acid to me, where it's a high and it just goes and goes and goes and goes. And you think you've reached the peak and it just keeps going. And I'm like, I can't escape. I'm trapped inside my mouth right now. I can't go anywhere, and I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, you were so mad at me.
And I was like, okay, it's really hot. And then every time that door opened up for the waiter to come in and out to deliver food, the hot air blew across my face, and I'm like, I'm getting very anxious right now, and it's really loud in here, and I wish everyone would shut the fuck up. I can't think. I wanted to jump over the balcony because I was just like, I don't know how to get out of this. I'm just gonna die. That's the only way out. I don't know what else to do.
Calm down, Bobby.
I was getting very dramatic.
I was like, eat some rice, thinking plain rice, right? But this guy's like, sure, I'll eat some rice. The rice that I've been having with my curry this whole time. I'm like, what kind of plain white rice?
So anyway, so I was drinking water. That wasn't helping. And I was asking for more water, and they didn't understand me. And then they came back like 20 minutes later with more water. It was just getting worse. And then eventually I was yelling profanities. And then they brought a lot of water. So I can relate to the feelings.
Is what you're trying to say.
Is ultimately what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is hilarious, obviously.
I love them together.
I guess I sort of knew the answer to my own question. It's like, because when you're going through all these Scoville whatevers and you keep going up, I'm like, isn't there a part you reach where it's like, because there's this dramatic ascent towards from 5 to 6, right? I think that's what they said.
It's like 4 to 5. Once you hit 5, that's usually when people go, whoa.
Yeah. I think that's by design.
Yes.
They like kind of reel you in with comfortable
a false sense
levels,
of security.
False sense of security, and then it goes way up. But then after that, isn't it just kind of like a small climb? And so you don't, like, it's not as impactful after that?
Well, I imagine it would probably get worse and worse, right? Because they're going through this fairly quickly. So you already have the heat from the previous ones.
And it's
then
just building
you're
on top
just,
of it?
you're just going progressively higher and higher and higher. So you don't really give yourself an opportunity to let that die down before you
It's also cut together, though.
That's true.
It's very compressed time.
That's true.
Yeah. But I want to know where he gets his questions from.
I know.
Because he's always, every single time someone comes on the show, he asks a question, everybody's got the same face, like, Like,
How did you know?
Yeah,
Like what are your sources? What are you looking at?
That's some CIA, NSA level shit that he's got. Like,
Well, or else they're just trolling the internet and like reading every single interview
Sure.
or every single piece of thing that's ever been written or said about them. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's information out there like, oh, Ryan Reynolds' first job was at the Safeway in blah, blah, blah. Like someone posted that somewhere, but it's like way down there in the web, or like they're questions that people don't normally ask. Like I really like that one about the costume fitting. I'm like, wow, that's such a cool question that interviewers don't often ask. Like I was already enjoying the little advertisements leading up to the first trailer of Deadpool Wolverine, but seeing it here just kind of like solidified it for me. It's like it's just so cool to see their bond, their friendship together, and how well they get along. And I think it's something that we all kind of just love to see, and it makes us feel like we're kind of part of that. Yeah, and I love what Ryan Reynolds was saying as well about you can try and throw a lot of money at a problem in a movie and just be like, oh, we'll just make it more like effects bonanza or whatever. Like we'll just make it look cooler. But ultimately, he's right. The reason why we love certain things is because we're connected to the characters or because the script is really good and we remember a certain moment or a line. And I think that with him being so heavily involved in Deadpool and also like just his personality, like even on here, I'm like, he doesn't have to do anything. He just is Deadpool. You know what I mean? Like that's just...
Well, he's as much Deadpool as Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man.
Right.
Yeah.
Like their personalities just totally gel with that character. It's not a stretch at all. But knowing how important it is to him and how much work he's put into doing it, and then also being at the end with both him and Hugh, like we did this for the fans and we hope that you guys really enjoy it. It's like, yes, please, that's what we want, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, Ryan Reynolds definitely has a special relationship with his audience that is something that it's like, how do you buy that?
You work really hard
Yeah.
and you make movies that people connect with, and you're just that guy that people connect with.
It's fascinating to see when that happens, because I feel like there's only so many people that have gained that. You think about like the greatest directors, like Tarantino has that kind of relationship with his audience, and maybe Nolan, and then Kevin Smith. Like at one point he had that for a certain amount of time where he just had a special relationship with his audience, and now Ryan Reynolds has that where it's like when he does something, it's like in a certain category, he has a very special bond with the audience, and that's really cool to see.
Yeah, very cool.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm Jabby Kawai. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.